Hey guys, this is Chris from Gasket Ninja. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to install your new set of Gasket Ninja gaskets in your FR-S, BRZ, or GT86. I will go over the materials and tools required, as well as show you my method for applying the weather strip adhesive to ensure a solid watertight seal. To start, you'll need to remove your taillight housings from your vehicle and make sure they are clean and as dry as possible. As far as tools and materials go for this install, you'll need a set of gaskets. You'll need a tube of automotive weather stripping adhesive. Here I'm using 3M's number 2 black super strength weather strip adhesive. I find that this one works very well. To open this tube of adhesive, you'll need something sharp. Here I'm just using a basic pick. But you could use an X-Acto knife, a small screwdriver, whatever you'd like. I highly recommend a pair of gloves, latex rubber gloves, just to protect your skin from the adhesive. Maybe a few extra shop towels just laying around. But that's pretty much all you'll need. And obviously you'll need your taillights removed and ready to work on. Alright, so once you have your taillights removed from your car, you'll take a look at them. And flip them over, and you'll see the stock factory gasket applied to the back of the housing. This one is not the factory one, this is one of the new ones. I'm just using it as an example for this tutorial. So on the back you'll see the gasket. It'll probably be quite dirty up at the top, over here where the water flows over the top of the gasket. You'll see dirt and pollen and leaves and things caked on behind here. That's where the water also gets in most of the time, because the factory uses the equivalent of a piece of Scotch tape only along the top portion of the gasket, whereas your new ones here will be sealed all the way around with the trim adhesive. So with the original gasket, what you'll want to do is peel this off of your factory housings. I recommend holding this upside down so any debris falls to the ground and not into your taillight housing. So again, this one's just the new one, so you're not going to have any difficulty here. Yours will be stuck on a little bit. So once your factory gasket is removed, which may or may not come off in pieces, you'll need to clean the housings, and you can use some mineral spirits on a shop cloth or on a rag, and just clean off any dirt, debris, or goo that's all around this lip, because that's the contact point for the new gasket and where you'll be putting the bead of adhesive all the way around. So make sure that's nice and clean. Get any dirt and debris out of the housing that you can, and then we'll be ready to apply the sealant and get the new gasket installed. Alright, so next what you want to do is get out your trim adhesive, your 3M weather strip adhesive, and open that package up. Now when you go to open this, don't squeeze it obviously, but at the top is covered with just a strip of metal that's part of it. So you'll have to use your pick or screwdriver or whatever and poke a hole in there. Just get it opened up. I'm just going to poke a couple of holes so I get some good flow. And wipe off your pick or whatever you have. And I would get some going on a shop towel or something first, just so you have a good bead coming out. Once you do that and you have a good idea of the flow, then you can start applying the adhesive to the lip around the taillight housing. Okay, so I will start applying a bead. Just guide it in the front and squeeze from the back. The most important part is to not have any gaps that air or water can get in. You want to try to lay the bead on pretty thick
but not necessarily so it's oozing over both sides of the lip. Now this stuff gets tacky pretty quick, so you're going to want to move with some kind of speed, but not enough to leave a gap or make a mistake. I'm just going to keep applying this, and we'll fast forward a little bit. I'll try to get a close-up shot.
Alright, so once that's on there, you got a nice thick bead of adhesive all the way around the outer part of the lip. You'll want to concentrate on this corner by the black part of the housing where the water flows over this the most. And then that's a nice solid bead all the way around. And then you're ready to put on your gasket. So before this adhesive gets too dry, you're going to want to get your gasket ready and line it up so you know where it's going to go on the posts. So you don't make a big mess. You're probably going to want to put it on the posts first. So you're going to set it down lightly on top of the posts where it lines up, so it's not touching the bead yet. Put it on all 4 of the main posts. And then when you're ready, push them down as evenly as possible. And then there's that 5th little black plastic post by the connector, and you can push down on there. Then I recommend pushing down all the way around that outer lip to make sure the adhesive bonds to the gasket. You can just push down lightly, making sure it gets a nice seal. Then when you're done with that, you can look at it sideways from the bottom and see if you need any more adhesive in any spot. This one's looking pretty good. Now, alternatively, after you're done, if there's any gaps that you can see, you can use some other kind of adhesive sealant or this one, and just try to get in there and make a coat over the top of the bead to make that even more water resistant. I think this one's just about stuck on there. And there it is.